Hello! Welcome to my second Christmas blog. I'm really enjoying doing these now. How are you going with your intention? Have you been keeping it in mind? Got it on post-it notes? Really being that? I hope you've been enjoying it. I just love living with intention. It's really creative and exciting. So this week we're going to talk about a review of 2013. I think it's a great time of the year just to look back and to see what's worked, what didn't go so well, what lessons you've learned, and a chance to really acknowledge yourself as well and give yourself a pat on the back for everything that you've been through, the ups and downs. You might have had some downs, but you know there's always something to learn. So maybe press pause now, go and grab a pen and paper, just take a note down of these questions. You might not want to be answering them all right now, but just take a note of these questions and then allow yourself some time to sit, get some nice cup of tea, maybe a slice of cake, just be nice and cozy, and just allow yourself the time just to reflect over the past year. And then whatever you've learned, whatever you can take from it, you can then think about what you want for the next year. So, first things first, what went well this year? What went well? What can you acknowledge for yourself for this year? What can you give yourself a pat on the back for and go, yeah, I did really well in that situation? What were some challenges this year? What was a bit hard, a bit to have to deal with? How did you deal with it? And what can you learn? What were the lessons? In times when things don't go so well, there's always a lesson. And unless you take the time and really get what the lesson was, the same kind of situations will keep happening to you until you learn the lesson, unfortunately. So it's really good to find out what the lesson is. What would you like to do differently moving into next year? Thinking about what went well, what lessons you've learnt. What would you like to do differently from now on? What was a really good time this year? What really went well? And we've already spoken about what really went well, but what's a really good memory that you'll always think back to? Wow, 2013 was the year that happened. What are you grateful for this year? Who had an impact on your life this year? Different people, whether it's good or bad, different people come into our lives and have an impact. Who had an impact and why did they have an impact? What was it that they did that created the impact? And where did you make a difference this year? Maybe to your own life or to someone else's. Where did you make a difference? So those are just a few questions to get you thinking about the year that's just gone by. Gosh, it's flown by, hasn't it? So just take it, as I said, just take some time out, just really take some time to mull over those questions, see what you can take from the year, what you can learn from the year, and start to think about next year, and we'll think about intentions for next year a bit later on. But until then, have a great week, enjoy Christmas time, enjoy those mince pies, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Namaste.